APBREN as well. See you soon. It's either 3-0 or it's going to be 2-1. With that being said, we're heading it over to the casters.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Again, welcome to Caster Desk. Naisu and Mirko here. And you know what, Wolf, you can stay there a little bit longer. I'm sure you're going to be there for a while today. But yes, no carry pick this time around. And, you know, honestly, it feels like this time, if Falcons APBREN wants to do what they've done the previous 2 games by ending it in 11.5 minutes, they could do it with this lineup as well. As we jump into the land of dawn, it's a match point here in this best of 5 between Falcons APBREN and See You Soon. And also, yeah, we thought that maybe, you know, MP the King would go ahead and get his hands on the Ling, but it's taken for Kyle Teasy here.
Yeah, the fact that they also kind of they were forced to put the Roger in the jungle, right? Because they needed MP to go for these carry picks as well. He needs to be the one dealing damage in the mid lane. Ra's doing a good job, and this is what the Cho provides for See You Soon. Outside of the, you know, obviously pick-off heavy playstyle that See You Soon strives with, it's also the mid-prio that we've been talking a whole lot about. In an early game, I think it's very important for a team like See You Soon, a team that has been very, very aggressive, wants to go for ganks, wants to get the fast pace to get the early game mid-prio. But other than that, though, the fact that MP was forcing the jungle on the Roger just made it so easy for Open to go and lock in that Tigreal. Because now it's going to be an easy pick, and for Soul even, I like that it's not a carry. Don't get me wrong here. But also, when is he going to be online? Like, Falcons APBREN, they have a very fast-paced early game composition too. And if they get a lead with the first 2 turtles, I don't think we're going to get those full items on the time. Not even a power spike.
Yeah. The time needs a while, man. You know, and that's the thing. Like, if you're basing off the previous 2 games, 11.5 minutes or so around that ballpark, you really got to hope that See You Soon extends this game further and hopefully solve.
This is what I was talking about. Soul up top on the Natan. Right on cue. How is he going to survive the kill pressure of a Harith plus a Ling? I mean, the Harith alone is just ridiculous. That's an auto-winning lane even against the carry. Now against the Natan.
Yep, and you know it's crazy because yesterday we saw, and Wolf talked about this pretty extensively. I think he called it the Natan like bomb move, where he was able to just burst members down. But usually that was the 18+ minute mark. Strange here at the bottom.
Penalty zone onto Felix. He has the vengeance. Goes in for it. Flicker is out. FlapTZ out of Boxy the King's range. He was definitely looking for that Way the Dragon, but it's a good neutral objective pick. At least for See You Soon, right? They're utilizing Falcons APBREN's maneuvers up top to get more prio in towards the other side of the map. Boxy not able to go for the Way the Dragon. No one there to follow up.
Yeah, no one there. And, you know, going back to it, I think that's the thing. See You Soon, they can lock down some of the objectives and kind of withstand the assault that's going to come from Falcons APBREN early on. That's great for them. Because really, that's the play, especially when you have a Ling across from you. I mean, MP the King knows this very well. He knows how to go ahead and counterplay into this. And since, you know, because Kyle Teasy, the way he's going to be moving around, putting pressure with a Harith like we talked about, See You Soon's got to rely on pickoff potential that they have with Boxy the King. On the Cho here, okay, already forcing out Sorry on Felix. And part of that, too, is utilizing this Angela. The Angela and Roger can actually still be pretty devastating. You know, it can actually work really well together. I still am going to stand by the fact that I think, you know, I'd rather see the Angela in the roam, but because of the case that this is Boxy, it's better that he does play the Cho. It's a pick-off potential hero, and you can hopefully turn the tide here. Again, Boxy has been with See You Soon since the beginning. You know, he's a mainstay here. A lot of these guys have. Oh, Sorry on Felix.
Final flash flicker. Ogwyn just flickers out. Boxy?
Okay.
You really didn't have to say his name.
Yeah,
you know?
I was
nice. So you've been here for a long time too. You should know.
Mirko, it's
not
weird.
To do that, bro.
As soon as earlier, I was talking about Soul.
Exactly.
You know, saying that now Boxley. All right. Well, you know, that's the Thunderbelt picked up first for Sorry on Felix, like we saw Flap do in Game 1. So maybe this will help. Again, it's also up to him using the final slashes and initiating some of these team fights once that flicker's available. But right now, it just seems pretty kind of nothing's going to happen too crazy at Boxy, though.
Way the Dragon, Shunpo. Good Shunpo out of the
But now he doesn't have it.
But yeah, he doesn't have the Way the Dragon, doesn't have the Shunpo. But he will be able to zone view and away. In the back line, gets terrified. No Eternal Guard, but the Explosion catches 2! That's the Eternal Guard and the penalty zone. MP the King forced back, trying to go for the Retribution. At least he can get that. No, Kyle takes it away from him. MP will be forced to run away back to his own jungle.
Oh man, again, great utilization of Falcon's APBREN, taking information that, all right, Boxy used the flicker earlier, tried to get something to set off, and then they punish him. And I mean, look at the lane alone that's happening in the gold lane, right? Super Marco is just pushing as much as he can, putting pressure there. It leaves Soul like, all right, I gotta rotate here in the mid lane.
Boxy getting a good kick onto Fuse, straight into Soul's damage, and Ra, he's the one who picks up the kill. It's probably the worst member to give the kill over to. Now it's gonna be Kaltizi who walks up forward, just relieving some of the pressure as Super Marco shoves up a full wave up top.
All right, taking a look at the items real quick here. Berserker's Fury already there for Kaltizi, and then working on the next. War Axe 2 here for Flap, and on the other side, like I said, Thunderbelt's already locked in there. It's good that Ra has the Flask of the Oasis, helps a little bit more sustain through some of the initiations that's going to happen from Falcon's APBREN. I think main point, though, is yes, Boxy, his work is cut out from this game, because again, what's at stake here? Match point, your key as well. You don't want to see that get crushed this early on, so they have to kind of rely on everything falling into place with the lineup that they brought. And Angela so far has done great things for teams that have drafted her. But yeah, okay, MP the King's going to hold on to that purple buff at least. So still, you know, it's up to the whims of Boxy.
Good terrifying. Now the way is Dragon locking Owen down, but that's going to be an eternal guard into the implosion and a penalty zone too. The combo now is Felix jumps with vengeance and the final slash. The turnaround. Soul is free, hitting together with MP the King. They're going to be able to finally find a favorable trade, but then, right as I say that, they get turrets on the bottom lane. Marco's cutting up top, so he should be able to get another 2.
That's a thing that they always do, right? There's a great team fight there for See You Soon, but they also lose something. With Falcon's APBREN and a team like this, you're not always just going to come out unscathed. You're eventually going to lose something. It's kind of a give and take with them. And so with that, See You Soon able to get a couple wins there. Again, that was the power of the Angela as well. Good item pickups here. Boxy once again looking for his own setup with the Way of the Dragon. Turtle's going to start up. Starlium Scythe now also locked in for Soul.
Final slash on a flap. GZ Oka with a shove back in the back line. Now Boxy finding the Way of the Dragon, but no one's there to follow it up. The implosion finds 3, and it's going to be traded back now. Soul is able to get the entropy back towards safety. But again, for Falcon's APBREN, they have found the favorable trade. That's 2 for 1 and a mutual objective. Just so clinical.
Yeah. And that's Flap's job, honestly. Like, anytime you have the Trizla, you know that you're innately tanky. You have Body of Smith, and he has the Brave Smite emblem as well. He's got the War Axe, like we mentioned. Fight for the purple, and it's taken. Oh, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. Now just flying past people. 1,000 gold ahead already. Boxy's looking for a pick, but even then, right, he's really going to have to calculate a whole lot. If he goes on to Super Marco, there's a Purify. It's a bit tough to go on Few because he's always just next to Ogwen, and he can just try to look for an implosion. Marco again dodging away for the final slash, just with a little bit of a sidestep there. Pops into Zaman Force 2 and now clears up the wave.
Super Marco uses his Summon Force just, you know, anytime nearly
every time it's up.
He's just utilizing it to farm, to put pressure on these objectives, these turrets. Again, Boxy.
Penalty zone straight to the soul. The entropy gets him up, but Kyle's finishes him off under the tier 2. Owen! Implosion onto 3, finding them all. The final slash gets them with a disengage, but now Felix is all alone, right with MP the King, who goes in forward to take Proficient, takes him out. It looked good for a second, but then you remember it's Falcon's APBREN.
Oh, we're going to take a look at the STC replay here. Again, a great setup from FlapTZ under the turret, and then look for Ogwen as well.
Masterful.
What an implosion. Brings him back to the team. Still, again, the sustain coming out from this lineup with Angela is great from See You Soon, but still, Super Marco jumps in again as soon as that he sees that opening with his Almond Force. You can see Flap here, of course, feeling pretty good about that. And, you know, that's the thing. It's the trading of ultimates that happens here for Falcon's APBREN, where, you know, one will initiate sometimes, most of the time it's Flap, and then Ogwen follows up. And the rest of the team, I mean, we're not even talking about the Eternal Guard. That knock-up that comes from that also plays a part in this whole game plan here. So already just, there's the endless battle now for Kaltiz. He's got 3 items locked in already on this Ling. Very strong, 1,000 gold ahead of MP the King here. Now that Lord's up, though, this is the thing for See You Soon. They have to watch out for the initiation, just like we saw previously. Falcon's APBREN will go ahead and get set up here. Conceal going to be used just to Oh, possibly make a play on Soul. They get spotted out, though. So they're forcing them back. At least they get sights on these members from See You Soon. They're going to have to keep Raw there, kind of keeping the waves under control, though. And now this might be some form of a semblance of an actual Lord dance. The Holy Crystal is also picked up here for Super Marco. No team don't want to commit to the Lord just yet, waiting for the waves to be managed here. Boxy, can he make a play? He's been doing it time and time again so far. No flicker available for Sorry on Felix. So Lord's going to get pulled out. Boxy has the information. He's getting spotted out now. There he is.
Terrified, shoved back and deleted. Boxy, Gwen flickers forward, unable to find that. Now Felix with the final slash, to be displaced right now. His penalty zone locks him back in the back line. Super Marco, Samon Force, Felix going to be dealt with by Calteezy and Ogwen. And again, it's Falcon's APBREN who utilize the chaos in their favor.
How? Again, with See You Soon, they lose 2 members plus the objective in the exchange for Falcon's APBREN, and now in a position where they're going to be marching in with this Lord here, getting themselves 3,000-4,000 gold ahead. See You Soon on the defense, looking at the items. You're still looking for that Holy Crystal for Soul. You know, he's been trying to farm as much as he could, but he's just behind right now, especially against Super Marco. We'll see if he's able to lock it in, and once that Holy Crystal does come online, will he be able to help with the defense here as they try to hold on to this tier 2 in the mid? But lanes pushing in, Lord on the top side. See You Soon's going to find themselves for a defense for possibly their lives here at the mid-season cup. Their lives and their key as well against Falcon's APBREN. As now they approach the base here. Lord still working on those minions top side. Looking to pop these shields.
They already got one Holy Defense in the mid lane. Baited out. Still have a couple of waves crashing down into the base. Bottom lane dealing with the Holy Defense again as MP the King gets thrown there open. Has the Concealed Soul. Finds the Holy Crystal. That's actually pretty good timing. Boxy goes to the back line. Finding few with the way to drag, but in the back line is going to be open. Gets deleted as well. Now Soul engaged upon Calteezy in front of the blades. Is that Boxy getting deleted? Kyle will lose his life. And it's a good defense from See You Soon. Now chasing Super Marco down. He doesn't have Samon Force anymore. Trying to run away. MP continues to chase with a Lycan form. Going Lycan bounce right into the shutdown. MP the King with the chase again. Now with a Lycan form. Looking for the pounce. Still going to be taken down. Now by Ra. It's a wipeout for See You Soon.
See You Soon. With their backs against the wall with a lead from Falcon's APBREN. Will extend further into the game. And MP the King now feeling it after that wipeout. Falcon's APBREN, it looks like, you know, maybe they were a little too overzealous pushing that one in. That was a mistake on their part, and a great play from See You Soon, finally able to stay in this game, and that might be enough now. Again, when we talk about the lineup they have to buy the time for Soul here on this Natan. MP the King, though, also just pretty much online, evens things out really well against Calteezy. So now this kind of checks Falcon's APBREN, you know? And as we take a look at the items here, look at that already locked in. He's got that Feather of Heaven, he's got the Starlium Scythe, the Holy Crystal, and he's working on the next here. Could possibly also for some more penetration with the Divine Glaive if he goes that route. But hey, I think Falcon's APBREN, they're like, all right, we gotta be careful on the next push there. And this also pushed See You Soon in a good position for the next Lord.
It really does, and I was actually really impressed, right? The fact that Soul was still able to get the Holy Crystal at, I would say, a normal time. The fact that he got the Holy Crystal there before the defense started, before the full fight started, and now he already has the Blood Wings. So, really, really fast items for Soul, despite the early shutdown by Falcon's APBREN up top by Calteezy as well.
Okay, Lord once again, and this is like, you know, the new version of the Lord dance that we're seeing a lot of these teams kind of go about. We'll start it up Boxy, though.
The terrified final slash 3-man. Open finds the implosion right now. That's going to be Soul free hitting in the back line, but Kyle finds the Tempest of Blaze, knocks Soul up, finds a double. Now it's going to be Felix dealt with. Kyle's looking for the triple kill, and he will not be able to find it. Felix able to use the Vengeance one more time, and the good lockdown as MP the King also takes him out of the back. That's a triple kill now, locked in by Calteezy, but MP is hungry for more. Few getting ran down by MP. MP the King, now MP the Lycan as he scratches Few down. It's a triple kill for MP.
Oh man, MP the King We're going to take a look at the SCC replay. Again, initiation started here. And look at the layering from Falcons APBREN. Kyle TZ will find Soul, and that's a huge part. But they don't have an answer for the healing and sustainability coming out with Raw and MP the King. Literally taking this series and saying, you know, we're going to put this on our shoulders and go through it. Can they continue to do that? Kyle, though, is he going to be able to seal this?
He has a way to Dragon. He will be able to find it. Kaltizi locked down. MP with the Lord. Tempest plays the great escape. Soul takes him out with the entropy forward.
The shifts have shifted. As now See You Soon is now in the driver's seat for this game with this Lord coming up here. Again, looking at the items. Raw also picking up the Holy Crystal. You already had the fleeting time. And this is difficult now for Falcons APBREN. And Malefic Roar going to be locked in for Kyle TZ here. And once again, it's more so the fact of Falcons APBREN being like, all right, we got to respect this timing, this power spike of this lineup. Divine Glaive also locked in for Soul. This is the moments where you see these Natans really pop off. Lord going to go ahead and charge in. And now See You Soon, first time of the series, going to be approaching the base.
Look at entropy now by Soul, taking the turret down in bottom lane, all alone, dealing so much damage. Boxy finding Fuel with the way of the Dragon right into the final slash, and Fuel will just be taken out by Soul. Boxy losing immortality, Super Marco getting rid of it now as he jumps into his Zaman Force, Felix Vengeance. Not able to find more just yet, but the hard guard is on him. Oakland finds a big implosion straight into the penalty zone, now bringing MP the King back into Kaltizi. Time to play, Soul not able to survive. Again, Falcons APBREN find the play. It's a good synchrovision to cancel out the final slash. Felix with the flicker out, but Marco finds the triple. Falcons APBREN have wiped See You Soon out.
And with that wipeout, they're just going to run it down amid. A couple seconds here left for Boxy, but I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time.
All alone on the Cho, his signature pick. Falcons APBREN looking for the end. Boxy the King going to be knocked up now with his Zaman Force 2. See You Soon were made to be stronger, but they are up against the strongest.
And the Falcons